Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 12th edition of the Midnight Run. I am your host Grace Matthews, and to my left is my co-host partner Ethan Hunter, and tonight we give you coverage on the world-proclaimed Miami zombie or causeway cannibal Rudy Eugene not having any human flesh in his stomach. Now more with that with Ethan.
According to the Miami Herald, an autopsy shows that Rudy Eugene, the man who savaged off a homeless man's face over Memorial Day weekend, evidently had no human flesh in his stomach. In addition to that, law enforcement sources disclosed to the Miami Herald that while autopsy revealed 31-year-old Rudy Eugene had undigested pills in his stomach, but no human flesh. Nevertheless, the pills haven't yet been identified. On May 26, 2012, Eugene was fatally shot by an officer after he declined to stop chewing on the homeless man, identified as Ronald Perfo's face, along the MacArthur Causeway. Besides that, by the time police arrived, a large amount of the victim's face was gone. In addition to that, police found portions of torn skin on the concrete sidewalk where the attack happened.
The Herald was informed by officials that preliminary review found marijuana in Eugene's system. Conversely, those who knew Eugene said he was recognized to smoke marijuana. However, the drug is not known to cause a violent outburst. Investigators presume some type of drug fueled Eugene's off-the-wall behavior, but they have no indication that he may have utilized bath salts, which is a synthetic stimulant that in certain cases can lead to psychotic episodes, paranoia, and violence. Additionally, the Miami Police Union has deliberated that Eugene might have been acting under the influence of bath salts. Nonetheless, detectives are still trying to piece together Eugene's final hours. About 4 hours before the attack, he was last reported parking his car in South Beach, where partiers from across the country had gathered for Urban Beach Week.
Nevertheless, his whereabouts in that 4-hour gap are unknown. Shortly before Eugene attacked Ronald Perfo, a motorist called 911 to report a man on the causeway peeling his clothes and swinging from a light pole. The autopsy finding that Eugene had no human flesh in his stomach insults the crime scene investigation, which uncovered chunks of Perfo's flesh on the ground, as though they had been spit out. And the autopsy also revealed human flesh wedged between the teeth of Eugene, who didn't have his 2 top front teeth, the law enforcement source said. But incidentally, Eugene is known to have lost his 2 front teeth in an accident as a child. Police found a set of gold teeth in the pockets of his pants cast off on the causeway. The victim, Perfo, is recovering at Jackson Memorial Hospital, where a source informed the Herald he has already undertaken some skin grafts to help repair his mangled face. Photos of his face after the attack made their way to the internet, stimulating pub.
The source disclosed that the torn-off skin from Perfo's face that lay on the concrete sidewalk under the hot sun after the attack couldn't be used to help reconstruct his face. So far, Perfo has been unable to disclose Miami detectives what happened on the date he was attacked. The crime scene probe also found torn-up pieces of a Bible scattered along the MacArthur Causeway. Nonetheless, his family and friends have stated Eugene was religious and read the Bible regularly. And detectives also impounded Eugene's Chevrolet sedan, which had been towed from South Beach, and discovered several water bottles and a urine. Still, Eugene's autopsy records have not been released to the public, and will likely not become available until Miami-Dade prosecutors finish their examination of the shooting, which is estimated to be around a year.
In final analysis, this story brings up some interesting question. Obviously, what else was in this man's system to make him act like cannibalistic madman? Not mention what psychological issues did he have him act out in this way. For the fact something like this does not come out of nowhere, something had to trigger this man's violent, bizarre behavior. Likewise, what was he doing for the 4 unaccountable hours? Was he simply planning ahead of who was going to be the target and where he would stash the remains? And how many copycats will arise because of this man's actions? Besides that, I wish his victim well, and I hope he has speed recovery.
Well, this concludes tonight's broadcast, and we hope you will tune in for the next edition of the Midnight Run. I'm Grace Matthews signing off.
And I am Ethan Hunter signing off. And please, if you have something to add on the topic of tonight's broadcast, please comment below.